I just realized I left the 1200 milliwatt mod out of the Dominator avatar release video. And actually, I knew I was going to leave it out, but I didn't realize that I left in the part where I told you I was going to put it in the video. So I apologize for that. It's super disrespectful to promise people that something's going to be later in the video and for it not to be there. So here it is. And I've done the mod, and I'm going to be doing a little rippy rip too, so you can see how it goes. And the first thing you're going to need is these files, which are linked in this Google Drive folder, which is linked down in the video description below. This is firmware updates for your goggles and your video transmitter. And at the time you're watching this, there may be a newer firmware, so you should probably check the Fat Shark or the Walksnail website to see if there's a newer firmware, because who knows what else they'll do in the future. But then you're also going to need these files, avatar_power and avatar_std. STD. Like standard, not like anything else. Now for the goggle, the firmware update is really simple. You're going to get an SD card. You're going to download the avatar_GND file, and you're going to put it on that SD card. Next, we're going to power up our goggles, and we're going to insert that SD card into the DVR slot. Once the goggles are fully powered up, we're going to press and hold the bind button for about 10 seconds until the screens go black. No, it was more like 7 seconds. Now at this point, the firmware update is happening, and you just need to leave the goggles until it finishes. And according to my instructions, it may take as much as like 10 minutes. So make sure your battery is fully charged before you start doing this. And hopefully if it gets interrupted, nothing really bad happens. Well, it's beeping. And it says Avatar HD digital system as if it's trying to start up. But, I guess let's just wait a while and see what happens. In the meantime, let's update the firmware on the video transmitter. And I'll go put this in the other room so we don't have to listen to it beeping. For the video transmitter, we're going to download Avatar Sky. And the... video transmitter doesn't have an SD card reader. We'll talk more about that later in the DVR section of the video, but you're going to get this cable that comes with it. It plugs into the side of the video transmitter, and then it plugs into the USB port on your computer. You will also need to plug in a battery in order to get it to power up. Now once you do that, a new removable drive will pop up. That is your video transmitter, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take Avatar Sky, we're going to drop it over onto that drive. And then we're going to push the bind button for 7 seconds, and I kind of can't show you because this USB cable isn't very long. Well, it was way less than 2 minutes. But now we have a blinking green LED indicating the firmware update is done, and we can power cycle. I hope. Well, that didn't take 10 minutes at all, but the beeping eventually stopped and the goggles came back to life. You can verify that the firmware update is successful by going into the goggle menu, go to Settings, and then Device Info. And we can see the goggles software version is 20.22.4, and so is the transmitter, the video transmitter version. That means the firmware update was successful. The next thing we're going to need to do is unlock the full capabilities of the system. And there are two things we need to unlock. First of all, the firmware that your goggles shipped with may only have certain channels available. And this may have something to do with like certification of some kind, but you're probably going to want to unlock all the available channels. So to do that, we're going to download the Avatar STD file, and we're going to download the Avatar Power file, and that's the one that's going to give you the 1200 milliwatt unlock. We're going to put both of them on our SD card. We'll put the SD card into the goggles, power the goggles down, and then power the goggles up. When the goggle powers up with those two files present, the full capabilities will be unlocked, 1200 milliwatts and all 8 of the channels instead of, I think it's just 1, 2, and 3 that you get when you first get the goggles. There were people who asked, is the camera lens dirty? The camera lens isn't dirty. The camera lens is clean as fuck. This is just what it looks like. There's something about the way that they're handling the compression that makes bits of it get super blurry. How far can we go? Oh, I got better antennas on too. See, look how blurry it is here. That's, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's 18 megabits per second. It's just what they're doing. And there's these kind of zebra stripes or checkerboards in it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We can get a little higher here. We're at 20 megabits per second. That looks pretty good. Now that's the 1200 milliwatts making the difference here. It did not look this good. Oh, that looks a little, you can still see little pockets of it though. That looks pretty good. Stuttering, definitely stuttering here. I'm not going to drop into the street. It'll get blocky, but... so as I come in here, right, is there a gap between these two trees or not? Yes, there is. I think so. Oh, well, it's pretty indistinct, I guess is what I'm saying. That's not confidence inspiring there, and I am really close to myself, so... Oh, shit, I'm going to fall over. Swiping a bug. So this is 1200 milliwatts. I think it's... Oh, see? How close was I to those trees? Now there may be something on the lens. It's possible. I don't think I can drop in here. No, well, big stutters. Big stutters. Oh, wow. I almost lost that. Oh, wow. They were just big freeze frame stutters. Definitely almost lost that. Okay. Enough pushing the... So if I stay in close, you definitely need some reaction time is all I'm saying. It's just a mess. Ooh. See that, do you see that tree you just didn't see it. I just didn't see it. Let's just dive in here. Let's go, 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 go. We're gonna go fast. Here we go, ready? We're gonna dive in, ready? And we're gonna find the gap. Where's the gap? Where is the gap? I don't know, I mean, that was just pure luck.